Welcome back to round 4 of 4, the final round of Tuesday Night Modern. Got a spicy one. Zach West is back with his Bant Eldrazi to continue our theme of spaghetti monsters for the evening.
Oh, man.
And we've got David Franz here with the Deathvine.
He might have Death Shadows in it.
Yeah.
You are booming in that.
Booming
In that microphone. Wow.
Am I booming in the mic?
You are booming in the mic.
Boom shakalaka.
Woke me up a bit.
Good.
All right. So, Dredgevine versus some Bants.
Should be interesting. I don't know how this match goes. I imagine, like, Path matches up very well against Vengevine, obviously. But the Deathvine deck has the ability to swarm the board with very large creatures very quickly.
I honestly haven't seen the Dredgevine deck since week 1, when it was the red-green, Hooting Mandrills, Goblin Guide.
Okay.
Thanks for the
hollow.
Raspberry.
The old raspberry. Oh, we got Ancient Stirrings, not a Noble Hierarch.
Stirring the Ancients.
A little deviation from the norm.
Ooh,
here
looks like we're going to grab a Windswept Teeth off of this.
That's not the end of the world.
No, you know, that's like the utility of that deck is, or that card is like turn 1, you're grabbing lands off it.
He goes for the cut.
Get him good. Get him good.
Didn't want any of those cards? Well, too bad. They're back on top. All right, let's see what David can muster. Going to 17 right off the bat for the Blood Crypt.
So,
maybe some discard here?
what do we want to see? Like Street Wraith, Hollowed one.
Hollowed one. Oh, that's a lot of hollowed ones. I want to see Faithless Looting.
Ooh, and a Hollowed one?
Yeah.
And a Hollowed one?
Yeah.
Ooh, and we can actually like Faithless Loot. Okay, just a Thoughtseize. That's very modest.
It is modest. Oh, man. This is going to be a good Thoughtseize, though.
This is not a good hand.
No, this is a tremendous hand to get Thoughtseize because without this Sky Spawner, Zach has no action.
Yeah, you are literally just time-walking him. What is this hand?
So, like, there might be a temptation to take the Thoughtseize. Taking the Drowner. Wow. Yeah.
Well, we're going to have a game of Magic at the least.
We are going to have a game of Magic.
Yeah. Maybe David France just has the like kill next turn, and he just wanted to like give him hope. He's gonna Faithless Looting away some Dredgevines, play some Hollowed ones, get in.
Yeah, that's the dream.
Street Race, put him down to 17.
So it's 1 card
13.
Discarded.
1 card discarded. Get the discard count up.
Yeah,
1.
Discard counter 1.
Discard counter at 1.
Faithless Looting.
Faithless Looting. That discard counter is going to go up to 2.
3.
3.
Draw 2, discard 2.
3.
Discarded Vengevine 1.
It looks like a promo of some sort.
Yeah, that's the WPN Vengevine. I think it's a Tassiger. I can only see the left fifth of the card. Oh, passing turn. That hurts.
Oh, man. We had our discard counter up to 3. No Hollowed one.
No 100 hollowed ones.
I guess that's fair. Like, Zach kept an Well, the hand's not unkeepable. If Ancient Stirrings grabs an Eldrazi Temple, and
then it's very good.
Then he just goes off to the races. But for the old turn 3 smasher.
Easy peasy. Oh, wow. Fancy cuts for David France.
David France. Roll your R's.
Do French people roll their R's?
I think French roll their R's.
Really?
I can translate French. I can't speak a lick of it.
Fair enough. Can still safely swing in with this Neonate.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks to Menace.
Well, he can block, but... The old 2-1 Devoid.
It was a solid one. I gotta admit, when I first saw this thing popping up in modern PvP or the modern Pro Tour, I was flabbergasted. It's like,
Well,
what in the world is even happening?
Well, it was insane in Standard because of Wingmate Rock.
Oh, sure. No, it was
Like-
good in Standard. And, like, I knew it was okay in, like, a niche card in Standard.
That was a card that happened, right? That was... Yeah, that was... Yeah,
Yeah,
okay,
Wingmate
yeah.
Rock.
I'm, like, making sure my memory's not garbage. So we're going to get the discard effect, trying to get some paths. And we whiffed on it, but it's fine. Clear away, and then just kind of jam with our 1/1.
Yeah, I feel like you'd want the 1/1 here to try and bring back this Vengevine.
Well, you got to have a second creature.
Yeah, it's true.
Oh no, don't get our hollowed ones. I think we need to be doing this main phase just for hollowed one value.
Yeah. Leaving him with a Faithless Looting.
Ooh.
He's daring him.
He's daring him.
Red Rover, Red Rover.
Players being polite and letting each other know what they have in hand. David France needs to get some action going here.
Yes, he does. He needs to draw something here.
Yeah, well, we got the Faithless Looting to find it.
Drawing Vengevine would be a big deal.
I think
Draws a Fatal Push.
a Fatal Push.
Which he can
Trigger with the...
Yeah, so he can definitely kill the Thought-Knot Seer here.
Let's loot. Yeah, Bennett. Bend that land. Oh, but we can't trigger because we need to discard to trigger. Isn't discard part of the cost?
Yeah, we had to do it before we used the
Oh.
the looting there.
And you can't get the block. Ugh. I see what you're saying now. It would have been not a very exciting turn at that point, though. Of just flashing back a looting.
We don't even get to do that. We just get a Fatal Push.
Well, yeah,
draw
yeah.
a card, but
That's true.
and then maybe play land, flashback looting, but it doesn't make a lot of sense at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Crashing for 6.
Oh. Yeah.
So I'll take 5, go to 2.
Yeah, I just don't think we have any outs of these two beaters.
Where there's a will, there's a way. Show me the way, David
We got an
France.
11-11 if we could have a Death Shadow, but I don't think that still wins.
Yeah, 11-11 wouldn't do it.
I just don't think this deck can go... Sure. Yeah, so I think that David might have made a mistake in his discard. That if he would have snagged the Sky Spawner early on, then he just like
Yeah,
kind of
runs
gets.
away
He has
from
so much turns, and then his deck kind of crapped out on him.
it. Yeah, I don't know what he was really doing there. There were a couple turns where he discarded a lot of spells, which is what you want. Obviously, didn't have the hollow one, but there were also times when like you discard the Neonate, And why do you even play the first Neonate if you're not going to use it to discard? And why do you discard the second Neonate when you could be getting back your Vengevines? I have a lot of questions. I haven't piloted this deck that might have been like an optimal play, but I don't understand it.
Yeah, and I think there's something about this deck that like the reason it hasn't become just like huge everywhere is that like its nut draws are crazy and its other draws are not hot.
Gotcha.
And so
yeah, like playing a Vengevine for 4 seems not where you want to be.
Yeah, we're not doing that. No. I just mean like in terms of the hands, the draws never coming together. If you don't get the hollowed one, then you're playing a bad Dredgevine deck.
Hollowed one's a sweet addition to this archetype, though.
Yeah,
and
we see the Death Shadows there. Like,
yeah,
we're burning our life total there, like making it easy for
right.
Zach, and we didn't even see.
Didn't even get
big Hoss.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we just saw like the wrong half of the deck there.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit awkward, but let's see if Mr. Franz can put it together for.
I haven't looked at results lately, like in the last month or so. Is Dredge still around?
You don't see it very much anymore.
What happened to Dredge? Besides, I guess graveyard hate, right?
Yeah. What happened to Dredge indeed? Because it's a fun deck to play.
Like.
So we've shuffled half of the deck upside down, so we're going to straighten that out real quick.
Happens to the best of us.
Also the worst of us.
Wow.
I'm not saying he's the worst of us.
It's obviously us. We are the worst of us.
I am the worst of us. I have had a judge called on me because...
You're a scumbag.
After searching for a land with a fetch land, I shuffled my hand back into my library.
So that's fair. I feel like at that point, if I'm your opponent, I just look at you and like, there's no advantage to be had here. You're just an idiot. Because you can't solve that.
So it was here at like an F&M.
You can't solve that.
It was solved.
What?
Yeah. So
how do you solve shuffling your hand back in?
So we agreed on the number of cards that were in my hand.
Yeah.
Because it was like turn 2. I had 7 cards in hand still. So we agreed that I had 7, and the fix. Geez, what was this? This was back in cons, obviously. I believe the fix was my opponent got to pick 7 cards out of my deck and put them in my hand, which was choice. Didn't run into any mana problems.
That seems incorrect, and that's fine, I guess. Like, that just seems not right.
I think that's correct. So that's what you do for.
Maybe it's because you can agree on how many cards you had at the time.
Right.
I have a feeling that a buddy of mine was playing in a Legacy tournament, and he shuffled his hand in once.
So my opponent for that was Adam Olds, and he is in chat and is confirming that this happened.
Well, Adam's a dirty liar. Adam is a scoundrel.
Adam is a scoundrel. But I feel like you would be honest about this.
About how big of a dummy you are? Yeah, that would...
Yeah,
Okay, so we're going to play some Modern here. I don't want to hear about your feel-bad stories.
It felt great. I was laughing very hard. Untapped Blood Crypt, putting Mr. Francais down to 18.
18?
Faithless Looting.
Let's discard some of these lands in our hands.
Yeah, we got a lot of land. I feel like I don't want any.
And a Dredgevine? Oh, yeah, okay, sure, yeah. Get rid of...
Pitch the lands. We've got a Neonate. We've got another Faithless Looting. I'm fine with those.
Yeah, let's just keep looting until we find a Dredgevine, and then try to cast some Neonates off of it.
Thoughtseize is reasonable. Lots of land.
Okay. Zach's hand much more reasonable this time.
Man, So I would probably take the Sky Spawner here, right?
I think Sky Spawner might be the right take, but I also don't hate Thragtusk. Like you're gonna outsize the rest of the guys.
Hopefully.
But you gotta be doing something. Like, and just have not seen his deck really do much.
Right.
Man, nice guy Zach over there.
Was one of those lands in Eldrazi Temple?
It is.
Yeah, it's no good.
Yeah, he's gotta be playing a hollowed one this turn. I feel like.
Yeah, if not this turn, the next turn. You have
Yeah.
to be either playing it or setting it up.
Well, I mean, like, yeah, I just.
So we haven't discarded anything yet.
No, discard counter at 0. But that's the thing about this deck, though, is it can, on turn 2, just spew out 4/4s. And I think you can just kind of outclass the Displacer and try to push them before they beat you in the long game.
True. Just the Neonate. I think we have another Faithless Looting and a land in hand.
Yeah, I think the Faithless Looting has to go first because this Neonate is solely to...
Didn't see the draw. So here's the Faithless Looting. Discard another Faithless Looting, which can't be right.
Discard counter up to 1.
Should go up to 2 because he has to discard one more.
Yeah. Discard counter at 2. Discard counter up to 3.
Time to search for some hollowed ones.
Oh.
We're counting.
We're counting discard counter. Kapurr. Okay, fam. Now we got a board.
Now we've got a board.
Okay. See, so I'm fine with the Thragtusk because I don't know if your board can necessarily beat a Thragtusk, but your board can beat a 2/1 and a 1/1.
Yeah, it might not be able to beat a 3/3 and a 1/1, but here we are.
Well, your 2/1's gonna have to hold back because you can't be pumping that. Oh, I'll shut up. Zach has definitely proven himself much more of a noodle master than myself.
Yes, he is the finest noodle master
God
we have ever seen.
Noodles McGee over here. Oh, more spawners.
Feels good.
So that's the thing is he just can keep putting out chump blockers, I guess. Doesn't seem exciting to me, but
I mean, he can jump all day by blinking these things.
that's true too. But we got to get that Displacer down on the board.
Oh, it's coming. So I'm going to a couple of 4/4s. One card in hand. If it's a straight Wraith, then you're in trouble if you block this Death Shadow. I feel like you can just chump both of them. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, the triple block here seems risky in a deck that might run bolts or something like that.
Sure. No blocks. And that's totally reasonable.
Okay.
And David passes it back. I feel like in this Dredgevine deck, there is a number of times where you just have to pass because you have to have cards in hand to be able to discard and generate value.
Oh, okay. Well,
or we're just getting a reality smash.
the Noodle Master has spoken. Push for
How
11.
about lethal?
Yeah. Whew.
So you have to throw...
Yeah, you block a token, I think.
Yeah, you have to block a token and let it die. And then... Oh, no, he's at 9 because we didn't mark the last 2 damage down.
Oh.
So that's game. That's just
Oh,
game.
yeah, he was at a 4/4, yeah.
Well, there you have it.
Noodles ahoy.
A bunch of noodle... A lot of noodle mastery.
Yeah.
Awkward.
Awkward indeed.
Awkward noodle mastery. Well,
Yeah.
there you have it. That's the 4th and final round. Tomorrow, we'll be back with new standard.
New standard. So what decks are we expecting? Like Sultai Energy?
Sultai Energy looks sweet. I'm probably going to be here piloting the
New perspectives.
the gifts deck.
New perspectives.
Gifts.
Gifts. The gift to the audience with new perspectives.
Yes, a gift for you all.
So,
But yeah, come and join us. More hot action the rest of the week.
yeah, and there's some modern later on after that, but
Yeah, just modern and standard, and more modern and more standard.
New standard tomorrow, though, guys. Get in on this.
Pretty sweet. I don't know if you caught the SCG this weekend, but it's a lot of fun to watch.
I didn't.
Well, you're in for a treat tomorrow.
I'm gonna watch a little tomorrow night.
You're gonna watch it all tomorrow night. You're gonna watch it with bated breath. Believe me.
A full like a Clockwork Orange apparatus, prying my eyes open,
Absolutely.
unblinking.
That is happening. All right.
But
We'll see you guys tomorrow.
do some plugs.
Let's do some plugs. Plug it up.
Some plugs. So you can catch our videos on YouTube. You can donate to our Patreon account.
Can do that.
You've all have like contributed some follows. Follows are great. You can also subscribe. Subscriptions get entered in to win a raffle for a box each month.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
That's a thing.
we got some loot for y'all. We provide some content.
Some hot loot.
Want to just get y'all like kind of consuming the content here.
There you are.
Plugged.
Consume.
Consume.
See you next week. But until then, consume.